If you could see yourself as I see you, you would know that you are the brightest light in the universe. This is the February message from the Sunshine Yellow Solar Color Energy. Hi, Helen Heinmiller here, Queen of Color, and I want to welcome you back to my bi-monthly podcast called The Color Revolution here at the Sacred Stories podcast series. The Color Revolution is a revolution of love that the world needs today. And this podcast is about showing you that we have more help from the universe than ever before. You can subscribe to the Color Revolution podcast at Sacred Stories Podcast on iTunes, or listen to all of my podcast recordings at sacredstoriesmedia.com. You can also get the link from my homepage at evolvingtruths.com. One of the gifts that the universe is providing to us at this critical time on Earth is the solar color energies. These energies are the next dimensions of color that we see in our world. Each month, we receive a profound message from one of 12 special solar color energies as a theme for us to work on throughout the month. And even more importantly, we also begin the very important energy integration process as I guide you in a special solar color energy group meditation at the end of each podcast. This is my favorite part of the podcast, and I know I say that every time, but it's true. The most effective way to work with the solar colors is by integrating them into our bodies and our energy fields. And I will discuss in a minute why the meditation process is important. There are some points about the solar color energies that I am repeating from the previous podcasts, and this is because it is so important for you to understand how these energies work with us to get the most out of this gift that we have been given. As we integrate with these energies and their themes throughout the course of this year, we are building a dynamic transformation of healing and discovering how powerful our individual and group abilities are to make real change in our lives and our world. The world needs everyone's attention these days. We can't afford to be on the sidelines. It's time to take control of our future, whether it be our own health and welfare or the health and welfare of others. If you are listening to this podcast, your soul has brought you here to hear this message. On some level, dear friends, you asked to know about the solar colors. And I think that is exciting because I know what they have done for me in my own life. I can't wait for people around the world to find out about this amazing new lifelong tool for our wellness toolbox. We have known for some time that the color that surrounds us affects us in both positive and negative ways. For example, we know that the color red can stimulate our appetite, and that is why you see a lot of red in restaurants. But we also know that too much exposure to red can make us angry or agitated. And it is common to hear people who are upset say that they are so mad they are seeing red. And since we're working with the solar color Sunshine Yellow this month, you should know that the color yellow is considered the happiest color in the world. But again, if the exposure is too intense, it causes us to feel upset. And even though it has the title of being the happiest color in the world, it also has been used in a negative way to describe being cowardice. They say that babies cry longer in yellow rooms. So for anyone listening who is planning to paint your nursery yellow, I would go with another color. Of course, light blue and pink are soothing colors and may be why they work well with babies. If you already have a yellow nursery and your baby has difficulty sleeping, it may be worth repainting that room with all that free time you have, right? So we know colors affect us both positively and negatively, but until I started working with these new solar colors, I had not thought to ask why. Why do colors affect us? Why are we attracted to certain colors and for many of us have a favorite color? What causes this attraction? The answer is simple, because colors are a form of energy, just like we are a form of energy. Until metaphysics became popular, most of us had been too busy with life in general to wonder about these things. Thank God for curious scientists, because now we have a greater understanding of what we are made of and how things work on the most microscopic level in existence. And this, we are finding, is really important for us to understand how we are evolving as human beings and how we can heal ourselves faster and with less pain than ever before. As we evolve as human beings, something happens in our brains and minds that opens the trap door to the creative source and frees us to use more of what is on the other side of that trap door. Now, some people call it the veil thinning out between us and the heavens. What I call it is, it's about time. I don't know if it was just me, but when I look at how we have handled our problems in the past, always resorting to barbaric actions like lining up a bunch of men across from each other in a field and then charging at each other with swords or guns or worse, poor horses to solve our frustrations and disagreements, or by bloodletting or destroying healthy cells in our body to rid us of a small number of bad cells, it makes no sense at all. There's got to be a better way. Look at the beauty of the cosmos coming back to us in pictures from space and feel into the expansive nature of the universe. It's miraculous, and we are a part of this system, so we must be able to tap into this magnificence, right? I would much rather use the light to solve a problem, wouldn't you? And now we are learning this month from the Sunshine Yellow Solar Color Energy that there are better ways to resolve our problems that are quicker and way more enjoyable than what we have done before. This podcast is about illumination, lighting up our world in a different way. Not only can we dial up our light, but we can also illuminate the world with color. Amazing, healing solar color. Are you ready to bring a new level of color into your world? The good news is that it doesn't take a lot of time or money to transform your world. This is a paradigm shift that needs to happen. This is the goal of the color revolution. We are being shown today that these old beliefs about our limitations are just that, old beliefs based on old information from an old energy that's been around for a very, very long time. But this is the infamous age of Aquarius, and this old energy we've been existing in is crying out to be released and retired. The color revolution is about our human evolution, and the evolution is all about love. So in this new age, more discoveries and ideas are coming to us from the cosmic side of our existence to use. The solar color energies are one of our latest cosmic gifts that will help us move to the next level of experience on Earth. The next level of experience is the next dimension I'm talking about. These solar colors are contained in the prism of the white light that exists at a higher dimension of reality. We might think it is a different reality than what we are in, but all expressions of reality come from the same place. And that's the creative source. The dimensions of color that we can access now are not separate from the reality we are now in. In other words, the solar colors and other gifts that we are discovering today have always been around. We are finally opening our consciousness and our DNA up to know them and experience them. Now, this is big thinking again, my friends. It is an idea that we have to grow into, but as more of us are willing to bring awareness to these new understandings, the faster everyone will become enlightened. We are taking the first leap here so that others who follow can run. Getting back to the solar color energies, they are an extension of the colors that we already are experiencing in our world, but go beyond what we can physically see, until we work with them long enough to expand our physical range. You see, our human eyes can only see a small percentage of the color prism, which goes from about 400 to 700 nanometers of wavelength contained in the visible light that we see. But the color spectrum goes on with unending wavelengths. The colors that we see on Earth and the energy levels of the color will change as we change. People who can see color auras around us, I believe, can see more color energy waves because they have a larger physical nanometer range than most people do. I believe that my range is more than the normal level, although it's never been tested. I don't even know if there is a test for this. It would explain a lot about why I see the world differently than many people. When I was a young girl, my dad used to take us for rides into the country occasionally or up to the Poconos Mountains for vacation. While we would drive along the farmland or on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I would look at the scenes of hills and valleys and forest tree lines and just go crazy inside looking at nature. My heart would leap when I saw a field of flowers. I get this sense of wonder and wowness when I look at nature. The colors of the fields of corn or wheat or the green grass and trees would excite something inside of me. I come from a large family, and none of my siblings or parents saw the landscape as exciting or interesting as I did. Of course, they thought I was weird and overdramatic about things. But I wasn't being overdramatic. What I was being was energetically oversensitive. I am sure some of you can relate to this. It hurts when people don't understand you. We hurt each other through judgment more often than we care to admit, or maybe even realize. Today I understand that it may not be that they were indifferent to what we were seeing, but they did not see the colors as I saw them. Maybe the emerald green grass that I saw looked more like a flat green color to them. Maybe the animation that I saw in the swaying wheat fields that felt like visual music to me was simply wheat moving slightly to them. Colors evoke emotions in us. The more sensitive we are to colors, or the larger the range we see in the light waves, the stronger the emotional response will be. What I've learned in life that I think is one of the greatest challenges we have as humans is understanding that our perception of the world will always be different from how others see the same event. Human perception can be a curse if it is limited to our physical abilities or our emotional or mental belief systems. This is why some people can deny what is right in front of them. I used to think it was them being difficult, but maybe in some cases they actually can't see what's happening. Their perception is locked up because they haven't turned up their light yet. This goes back to the metaphor Sunshine Yellow brought us in the last podcast about how the light works inside of us. We are like a house in a neighborhood. Our house is our body, and we have a lamp in our main room that is our heart center, where our soul light resides. We turn up our light to read our book, which is the chapters of our life. If we only turn our light up a little, we can't learn what is past our current experience. Only when we shine more light to see what is going on around us can we gain a new perception and the answer to our troubles. If we want to change the world, we have to turn up our light all the way. This month, we have an exciting opportunity to work with the Sunshine Yellow solar color energy and discover how to turn up our light in the world to not only better ourselves, but the whole world. The message about illumination is crystal clear. The more we turn up our light, the more we can see past our previous perception of what is going on around us, and the more we evolve. As I said in our last podcast, don't be fooled by the darkness that you see saturating our TV and news these days. Turn up your light and take a different look at what's going on. The old us would see the same old polarizing conflicts between two parties or two countries going on. Turn up your light and you will see a different story. Maybe those dark black and gray areas in your world start showing a different color. For those who listened to the last podcast, were you able to cast a light on any problem you've been experiencing? Did you experience any aha moments as you worked with the Sunshine Yellow energy? I know some of you reported some great experiences. It helps to listen to the meditation on a regular basis and use the deep relaxation color energy meditation therapy that I offer on my website, evolvingtruths.com, to deepen the connection with these energies and experience the many benefits they give, especially for stress relief. So, are you ready? Let's hear from the Sunshine Yellow solar color energy as it comes in and surrounds us right now. Do you feel happy right now? Take a moment and really feel and see into the Sunshine Yellow energy. Invite it in without judgment or expectations. Use your imagination to see your room filling up with a soft yellow light. Feel the Sunshine Yellow moving into your body. Close your eyes for a moment and listen to Sunshine Yellow's message again. If you could see yourself as I see you, you would know that you are the brightest light in the universe. You are the brightest light in the universe. I am the brightest light in the universe. Humanity is the brightest light in the universe. I know life is busy. I know how many of us are very, very tired. The energies are heavy on Earth right now. I have more people coming to me now saying that they don't want to keep doing what they're doing. They want a break from the rat race. And instead of life getting easier these days, it feels like bombs are being hurled at us left and right. When I look at the Facebook feeds, I see a lot of friends and family arguing about the election results and all of the fears about the potential threats in the world. There is a lot of fear being spread. The news feeds can get a little hysterical on both sides of the issues. And I think many of you might feel like I have at times in not feeling sure whether you should get unplugged from it all or get more involved. For me, I try to stay as neutral as possible and promote the messages I receive from the color energies that all come down to one solution. Love is the answer. And love is light. So instead of picking unmovable sides, the best action is to send our light and illuminate the problems. And it does mean getting involved in some ways. The Sunshine Yellow wants us to understand that using the power of illumination is the only way to get past our limited perceptions of what we're experiencing. For us, the challenge may be in trusting that these energies are here and doing the work to integrate them into our life. It's all about trust, trust, trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. Trust in the great I am, or God, the creative source. Trust that we are bigger and more powerful than we have been told. This is not a new idea at all, really. The great teachers and prophets for ages have been telling us to use our light and be the light for the world. The kingdom of God is here for those who have eyes to see, we've been told. The eyes in this case is our inner vision, and the answers are from within too. We discover the answers when we turn up our own light. If you read my novel Final Redemption that will be available March 23rd, you will understand better just how powerful this new paradigm shift can be for the world. If you want to know the answer to your problem, you have to see all parts of the problem first. We try many attempts at solving an issue, but nothing seems to change. And it's easier on our fragile psyches to cast blame on what we perceive is causing the problem. With our lights turned on low, we only see part of the problem, and whatever we see, we judge to be the cause of the issue. It's not until we turn up our light and see everything that is going on around the issue that we can really fix the problem. When we see that there is a much larger machine with lots of cogs and connections that are behind the big problem, we will understand the resistance from the other side. So our attempt to fix only what we see doesn't fix the massive machine that's behind the veil. It all comes down to illumination. In the last podcast, I answered a common question about how to work with the solar color energies, and I explained that the first and most important step is that we have to give permission to the solar color energies to help us. Like our other celestial help, they cannot do anything that conflicts with our free will. I also explained how developing a meditation routine is the best way to integrate these energies so they can become a lifelong wellness tool. I emphasized that creating a practice or ritual is important to help override our limiting beliefs. I'll add here that the reason why meditation is the best way to integrate the energies is because when we close our eyes to meditate, we're able to get around the physical limits of our vision and connect with the colors on the energetic level. I am currently working on a video program and mantra series called SAVE, which stands for Solar Activation Visual Enlightenment, that will project the solar color energies through the video, and we can receive integration through the physical receptors in our eyes. I am really excited about this new process because it will be a faster integration method, and I hope to have it out soon. But let's talk about when to use the Sunshine Yellow energy. I love to use Sunshine Yellow when I am faced with a problem or challenge to a certain belief, and nothing in my book is working. For many of us, it happens more and more as we grapple with the geopolitical state of the world. And this is also because the new energies around us are insisting that we let go of some of the old chapters in our books. I ask for Sunshine Yellow's help when I feel I am resisting change, or when worry or judgment tries to set in about something. And also when someone speaks to me about an issue on the opposite side of something. It can be as small as a problem with what to get Dad for his 80th birthday with a family member, or as big as a social issue about equality and rights. When I start feeling my way or the highway about anything, I ask for Sunshine Yellow to illuminate the issue so I can consider both sides of that subject. First, I let Sunshine Yellow in to work on my resistance to change. If we can't free ourselves from this fear, nothing changes. Then I work on stepping back and try to see the forest from over the trees. When we can connect to the bigger picture objectively and see what works and doesn't work for everyone involved, then illumination can take us to an understanding and enlightenment that revises the chapters in our book. The beauty of my recorded meditations is that they are so amped up with healing frequencies that I don't have to spend much time focusing on the work because I give Sunshine Yellow permission to get into my subconscious levels and do the work for me. When we use the solar color energies, we don't have to do a lot of the work. It's like when we go to the dentist with a toothache and we get in the chair. We don't continue to try to solve our toothache problem. We let the dentist take over and do the work. Afterwards, we get up and go about our business, trusting that the dentist took care of our problem. This is how easy it is with the solar color energies. Sunshine Yellow wants you to know that in order to create a stable, fair, and healthy world, we must take the first step in illuminating the problems and letting go of the fear to make changes in our worldview. Then we can move on to the next level in greater soul numbers of creating a new paradigm of perception, understanding, wisdom, and enlightenment. This month, Sunshine Yellow is challenging all of us to take a giant step back and seek the view of the forest through the trees, without fear, worry, or judgment. Let the light that is in all of us shine through and reconnect us to the divinity of the one who gave us this world. Wow, that is a lot to think about, and it gives us a lot of stuff to work on for the rest of this month. But now I think it's time for us to move on to the group meditation. And I just felt a bunch of light bulbs going off all over the place. My friends, this is how real change is happening all over the world today. We are coming together, turning on our lights, and seeing there is so much more out there than we thought possible. Together here at the Color Revolution, we are creating our own supernova for the universe to see. Are you ready to come together now and illuminate the world? As I put on music, let's get ready. So sit or lay back and get comfortable. And start by taking a few deep breaths in. I'll ask these questions again. Are we ready to light up the darkness around us? Are we brave enough to trust and let go of the need to control the process? Let a strength grow from deep down inside and rise up into your heart center. Let's take 2 more deep breaths, breathing in deeply all the way down to the belly and hold for a second. Then let go slowly, letting any stress or tension gently slide away. 1 more breath now. Slowly inhale deep into the belly. Hold for a 2 count. Now slowly release and let go. Listen to this healing music for a few moments and let it fill every cell of your body. Trust in you, the brightest light in the world. Now let's focus on our heart center. Bring your awareness to your heart area and connect with the divine light that resides there, deep in a sacred chamber. Feel the love that resides there, pouring out to you now, filled with love for you, the eternal you. Now feel a column of white light coming down through the crown of your head, down through your heart center, and all the way down and out your feet into the earth. This is your soul light connection. It is always here waiting for you. Connect with your powerful soul light now and enjoy this reunion. Your soul light has been waiting to give you more of your soul energy so that you can illuminate the world in you and around you. Let's expand this column of light out in all directions now, out past your shoulders to about 8 feet around you, so that you are in the center of your divine soul light. This is your control room, where you can direct the energies you give permission to receive to help you heal, grow, and love far bigger than you have ever dreamed. Give yourself permission now to receive the illuminating sunshine yellow solar color energy, and let it fill your divine soul field with its warm, embracing sunshine yellow light. Feel the veil of uncertainty and fear dissolve away as the sunshine yellow light fills every cell and molecule of your energy field. Feel the loving warmth and brilliant light energy that is here for you to use. Gently, blissfully, we welcome sunshine yellow in. Take this moment now to present to the sunshine yellow color energy any problem that you want help with in these next 2 weeks. Ask to receive the strength to illuminate everything that is around these issues that you have not been aware of that block your healing or resolving these troubles. Be in this space for a few moments and feel yourself integrate with this energy of hope. Let the burden about your troubles slide off your shoulders as sunshine yellow helps you dissolve the blocks to your illumination on this issue. Are you ready to let the fear go? Are you ready to let sunshine yellow lead you to where you need to be, to bring clarity to this situation? Say yes, and trust yourself to know the way to healing. Listen for answers now. You are a divinely powerful illumination in the world. Let the light help you open your eyes to see this truth now. Join me as we send our lights up above our heads and come together to become a brilliant star. Feel the light in us and around us grow brighter. Let's beam our group soul light out to everyone suffering in the world, out to anyone feeling pain physically, emotionally, or spiritually. See our group light beam a soft yellow light into their heart centers, turning on their lamps or dialing up their dimmer switches so that they can see the answers to their problems, so that they can receive the healing that they deserve. Take this time now to add anyone you would personally like us to illuminate. Now let's send our great big shining group soul light up to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere and see it stretch out into the form of a blanket of soft, warm, sunshine yellow illumination, much bigger than the Earth itself. See this illumination that we have created gently fall down and cover the whole world with its light. We have the power to illuminate everything. There are no limits to the generosity of the universe. There is no lack of light anywhere. This light comes from the eternal flow of the creative source. We can share it with everyone. Let's send sunshine yellow into all of the dark places in the world so that each wounded soul who intends harm can open their hearts to a different story. Cast a light to remove the fear that paralyzes the world today. Cast a light into the earth to heal the wounds we inflict on our Great Mother. Cast a light to support the natives of each country who have been overtaken and dishonored by others. Cast a light into all of the places where people are hungry and to all of the people around the world who have more than enough to help. Cast a light so that they can know that there is no lack but what we create. Cast a light on the young, lonely, disenfranchised boys and girls around the world to see past the hollow, false recruitment promises of the terrorist groups who act like their salvation. Cast a light, and we will see that together we are the brightest light in the universe, and we can do anything we set our hearts to. Be with the sunshine yellow solar color energy a few moments longer and add any other intention you feel called to make now. Thank you for sharing in this healing meditation with me. That was very lovely. Remember, no matter when you listen to this podcast and join in the group meditation, we are all together because we are working outside of time. In our next podcast on March 6th, we will meet the crystalline pink solar color energy and discover that we are divinely loved. In the meantime, I encourage you to continue to work with the sunshine yellow solar color energy and continue the integration process that illuminates your life in a brand new way. If you are interested in checking out all of the color energy program options available, visit my website at evolvingtruths.com, where you can check out the Deep Relaxation Color Energy Meditation programs and my Heal with Color online course. These are very affordable programs intended to help you make the changes you want in your life as quickly and easily as possible. And as a gift for listening today, don't forget to use the coupon code The Color Revolution to receive 25% off any digital meditation that you order. Also, while you're on my site, I invite you to sign up for my newsletter updates for notices on sales and new programs and products. I try not to send out a lot of emails because I know how busy we all are, and I never share your email with anyone. And don't forget to check out my latest novel, Final Redemption, available March 23rd, 2017, but you can pre-order this novel now at Amazon. This is a really inspiring story that reveals a lot of information about how powerful we are and how we can change our world. And for locals, my first pre-publication book signing will be held tomorrow night, February 21st, at the St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Exton from 6 to 8 p.m. You can find out more information through my Evolving Truths Facebook page or on my website homepage at evolvingtruths.com. Don't forget to send me your questions or support requests to thecolorrevolution2017@gmail.com. And until next time, let's strive to color our world amazing.